Hi, my name is Tia, and I am 20 years old. Before I start narrating my story, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to show your support to me. My story begins with a time when I was around 6 years old. My mom used to be an actress, but her career was over a long time ago after she got involved in a scandal. My dad, on the other hand, was an office worker. He earned the bare minimum to keep us afloat. I don't know how Mom met him, but I was grateful that she did, because Dad was an amazing person. Of course, to me, his background or his salary didn't matter. He loved me and used to look after me and take care of everything, while Mom would be usually busy sulking about her former days and career. She was still ambitious, but there was no way for her to get roles in movies again. So when someone told her that there was an audition being held for child actors, she shifted her attention to me. Tia is too young, my dad argued. Let her go to school and live a carefree life for now. Carefree? Mom snorted. This is not called a carefree life. We barely scrape by with your salary. And Tia doesn't know what kind of sacrifices we make for her. There's an opportunity for her to gain both name and fame. So what is your problem? They debated a bit more over this, and finally Mom got what she wanted. She started training me for the auditions and even regulated my diet. My whole days would pass in preparing for the audition, and I couldn't even see my friends anymore or spend time with Dad. It was as depressing as it sounds, and to think that I was only 6 at the time. Anyway, soon the day of the audition arrived, and my mom strictly told me that it was either do or die. I had to get selected no matter what. That was the first time in my life when I felt burdened to do something. I was super nervous, but somehow, I managed to perform decently, but I didn't get selected. And as you can imagine, this brought my mom's wrath upon me. She was right. It was really do or die. Because after I failed the auditions, she started training me to death. I literally used to starve because according to Mom, my weight was one of the reasons for being rejected. I didn't understand. It's not like I was overweight or anything. And the way she was regulating my diet, I used to go to bed with an empty stomach every day. She became more and more obsessed with making me perfect so that I would be selected in the next audition. Dad often used to get into arguments over this, but in the end, Mom always got the final say. Well, after a month or so, I gave my second audition, and this time, I was selected for a major role in a movie. See, I told you everything will work out if you just follow my orders, Mom said. Yeah, that's all good and everything, Dad said with a smile. But what about Tia's school? Oh, please, there are many child actors. She is not the only one. She will have to manage studies along with acting, Mom replied and then started reading the contract for the movie. Of course, it was Mom who took care of everything, from contract signing to the money I was going to get and my schedule. And this was how my career began as a child actress in Hollywood. My first movie became a huge hit, and this opened a truckload of opportunities for me. I started bagging more and more roles in major movies, and my past life was long forgotten. Now my day only consisted of acting, traveling to different locations for shoots, and watching my diet. Mom used to be by my side all the time, but I barely got to see Dad. He had become as good as a stranger now. Of course, the best part of it all was the money and the popularity. I still didn't understand those things, but Mom was happy as she could be. We were no longer a middle-class family that was somehow making ends meet. Now we were super rich, and we had even moved into a new place. Dad was still doing his old job though. When I got to see him during holidays, I told him to quit his job. He laughed. Why do you want me to quit my job? Because I'm earning enough for everyone, I replied. He shook his head and smiled. But I wish that that was not the case. I'm happy for you, and it's good that you are earning lots of money, but money is not everything. You are only 6, and your life is so different from other children of your age. I can't even see you anymore because your schedule is packed. We might be living comfortably now, but we certainly are not happy. What kinds of nonsense are you feeding to her? Mom appeared in the room and glared at Dad. Don't try to brainwash her. It was difficult enough to reach where we are today. Dad sighed. I know, but I hope that Tia gets time for herself too. Work and money is not everything, especially not at her age. Please, if you can't help, then at least stop ruining things for us, Mom fumed. Do you really know how difficult it is to dodge questions about you at interviews? Your crappy office job is affecting Tia's image. How many times have I told you to do something better? Do what? Dad fired back. I can't develop a new talent overnight. What do you expect me to do? If you can't do anything, then at least stay low so that people stop asking questions about you, Mom replied. Dad got up and left the room, while Mom told me to go and practice my lines for the upcoming shoot. I should have known that day that this was just the beginning. A few months passed and everything was still the same. I had adapted to my new lifestyle while Mom and Dad just got into more and more fights. It became so intense that one day I came back home to see that Dad had left the house. What? Why? I yelled at Mom. Why didn't you stop him? Did you say something to him? Stop yelling at me, she scolded. Forget about your low-class dad and focus on your career. I kept my mouth shut after that. Of course, anything I said wouldn't have made any difference. Not at that time. So I did what I was told to do. I focused on my career. Many years passed and I achieved a lot. Achievements that my mom always took credit for. She had even got as far as to spread a lie that my dad couldn't digest my success and left us. I carefully bid my time. It took a lot of patience over the years, but somehow I managed it. And finally, it was my 18th birthday, the day when I officially became an adult. I was finally free from my mom's clutches, and I was also at the peak of my career. My mom thought that I was still her obedient daughter that would do anything for her silently, but she had no idea that I had been waiting for this moment ever since Dad had left us. The moment when I could finally break all ties with her. I hired a new manager for myself and calmly asked my mom to pack her things and leave my house. Her eyes widened as if she couldn't believe what I was saying. Is this some kind of prank? What are you saying all of a sudden? She laughed nervously. You know that you're nothing without me, right? All those years you did what you wanted, I cut in. But your time is over. It's my turn to do as I please. I am not your puppet anymore. Tia, she exclaimed. What has gotten into you? Did you by any chance talk to your dad? Did that man try to brainwash you again? Funny that she would think that. She had never let me contact Dad over the years because she was afraid that he would take me away or ruin everything that she had worked on. I didn't talk to Dad. Thanks to you for cutting off all our communication, I replied. But I am most certainly going to talk to him now. Before that, I would like you to leave and stop acting like you have control over me. I am done with your crap, Mom. I feel ashamed to be related to you. Don't show your face to me ever again. She started throwing a tantrum and reminded me of how she was the one who made me and blah blah. I rolled my eyes and asked the security to take her away. After she was gone, for the first time in many years, I was able to call my dad. I almost cried on the phone, but I was happy to know that he was doing well. Dad understood why I couldn't contact him earlier, and he also apologized for leaving me with Mom. I asked him to visit me, and that was how we were reunited once again.